Kelp forests are underwater areas that contain a high density of kelp. These forests are found throughout the world in cold, nutrient-rich waters. Because of kelp's dependence on light for photosynthesis, kelp forests grow in shallow waters and are rarely found deeper than 40 meters. Many species of algae populate kelp forests, but surprisingly the forests mainly consist of kelp. Kelp primarily grows in water temperatures between 6 and 14 degrees Celsius and are known for their fast growth rate. The kelp are made up of three structural components: the holdfast, stipe, and fronds. The holdfast anchors the kelp to the ocean floor, but unlike a plant's roots, it isn't responsible for absorbing any nutrients. This is because the ocean floor does not provide any nutrients to the kelp. Those nutrients are brought from the currents and the sun. The stipe is similar to a plant stalk. Because of the ocean's strong currents, the kelp stipe has adapted to be strong but flexible to allow it to sway. It extends from the holdfast vertically and provides support for the fronds. Fronds are the blades on the kelp. Their main purpose is photosynthetic and nutrient uptake. At the base of the leaves, there's a small bladder of gas that help the kelp grow straight up towards the sun. Once a stipe reaches the surface of the water, the fronds spread across it, forming a dense canopy. Many organisms use this canopy as a safe shelter to protect their young from predators and storms. Kelp forests are one of the most biologically diverse ecosystems found in the ocean. This is because the kelp creates a habitat for organisms that depend on it for food and/or protection. Many types of fish, such as rockfish and kelp bass, hide between kelp fronds to avoid predators and to search for smaller prey. Many fish depend on the kelp to lay their eggs and provide protection for their young. A wide range of mammals also inhabit these kelp forests for similar purposes. These larger mammals consume the smaller fish and invertebrates abundant throughout the forest. Also, the kelp can protect the mammals from powerful ocean currents. For example, this otter is wrapping himself in the kelp to prevent himself from washing away with the tide. The most common invertebrates found in kelp forests are bristleworms, scud, prawn, snails, and brittle stars. These invertebrates feed on the kelp's holdfast, which anchors it to the ocean floor. As many as 100,000 invertebrates per square meter can be found on the holdfast. Because of their small size, they do not pose a great threat to these kelp, but larger invertebrates, such as sea urchins, can completely remove kelp by eating through the holdfast. Because of this, they are a major threat to kelp forests. The biggest consumer of sea urchins and other invertebrates that graze on kelp are sea otters, a keystone species in the kelp biome. The otters are a keystone species because without them, the kelp forest ecosystem would collapse. One sea otter can consume up to 50 sea urchins per day, which controls the sea urchin's population. Without the otters, the sea urchin and other invertebrate populations would grow dramatically. The increase in population would destroy the kelp, and without the kelp, the physical ecosystem would not exist, causing many of the organisms in the kelp forest that rely on it for habitat and food to die. The decrease in sea otter population would cause the once biodiverse ecosystem to turn into a barren sea.